So a lot of people ask me about, hey, I want my son or my daughter to do Hifdh, and it's such a noble task. I would love for them to do it. And is there anything that I need to worry about as a parent, as my wife and the family? Tips for parents that want their kids to do Hifdh. A couple of things that I would keep in mind when you're taking upon this noble journey. The first thing is that you yourself as a parent should show your love and attachment for the Quran. And if you're seen at home reading the Quran or trying to listen to the Quran or even memorizing the Quran, that's going to really have a good effect on your children and your family. Because again, if you want them to do it, and if the fact that you're able to show your love and your dedication, and again, you may not be a Hafiz and you may not be very fluent in your reading, and I know sometimes that's challenging for us as parents, but the idea is to show them that, hey, look, I also take out time to engage with the Quran. Now I want you to engage with the Quran, and your engagement is going to be a little bit more intense, a little bit more different. So the first one is, as parents, as a family unit, make Quran something that's important. Again, either if it's reading it, listening to it, or even trying to memorize it, a little bit by yourselves as well. The second thing that I would say is, be mindful of the environment now that you're going to create at home, and also be mindful of the environments that you may take them out to. So what do I mean by that? Because oftentimes as young students that are doing Hifdh and pursuing Hifdh, you need to be mindful of the more Islamic environment that you put them in. So put them in situations where it's going to be beneficial for them, like taking them to the masjid. So these kind of things are going to really help them spiritually develop and get that nur from the Quran, because essentially, of course that's what it is. It's a nur, it's a barakah, it's a blessing. And so be mindful of the environment that you create at home. So perhaps sometimes parents or families are okay with movies and music and other things. Those are the types of things that you may want to reconsider to do less of, or to remove that distraction, so that they realize that, hey, we're going to give some time to Quran and Hifdh and create an environment in our home of more Quranic environment. And the third thing that I would say is, let them be around other students, other family members that are also pursuing Hifdh, because it always helps if there's a buddy that's doing it with them, or another cousin that's doing it, or other older Hufaz in the community that, hey, maybe pick them up as a mentor or as a guide and let them know. That's going to really help them and motivate them to say, hey, my sibling is doing it, my cousin is doing it, or my friend is doing it who's in the same age as me, same group as me, or hey, you know what, there's someone at the masjid who's a little bit older, he could be a mentor, or she could be a mentor. That's going to really help them, because they're going to be able to lean on them when times perhaps are difficult.